Hi, I'm Azra.
And hi, I'm Theandra.
And you're listening to the A&T Friendship Diaries.
Really?
I thought you're just gonna say that and then just sit there.
Yep, just sit here.
Okay. So y'all are coming in straight off of a conversation that we're having about this whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. I don't know if we're gonna do an episode about them. I would like to, because that trial was a whole entertainment show.
It was interesting.
Man,
I don't know what to say.
It was entertaining. You couldn't have bought better tickets.
You couldn't have. Man,
What?
her lawyers. I object, but you asked the question. Yeah, you're right.
See, that's not even why we are here. So let me get focused. What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
Welcome back to another segment of
None Your Business.
It's our None Your Business podcast.
Yeah, it's where we make stuff that is literally none of our business, all our business. And we stay in y'all business because y'all stay posted.
Y'all stay giving us business to be
So
in.
we stay drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too.
You want to know what Kool-Aid we drinking tonight?
What we drinking tonight?
So, of course, you already know where I was.
On the gram.
I stay on the gram. And I came across a post, and the headline reads, "Bus driver charged with reckless endangerment after passing out behind the wheel while eating THC gummies."
38 counts. Allegedly 38 counts.
Girl, can you imagine? First of all, okay, no, let me just read the article. I was about to get into it because I'm telling you, when I saw it, I was like, what? So it says, a bus driver is being charged with 38 counts of first-degree reckless endangerment after he passed out behind the wheel while consuming gummies infused with THC. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, so we just gonna call him Mr. Chin. Mr. Chin was driving 38 passengers from the Mohegan Sun Casino on March 13th when he stopped the bus on the side of I-95 in Stratford, Connecticut. According to law enforcement, they found Mr. Chin slumped over and unconscious in the driver's seat next to an open package of cannabis-infused fruit chews. Fruit chews do sound good. Man, have your mouth all watery?
Oh. I know.
Okay. So the bus driver was taken to the hospital where toxicology reports showed Mr. Chin had a high level of THC in his bloodstream. He told Judge Moses that he had no idea he had been snacking on anything but regular candy. "I didn't know it was marijuana," he said through a Chinese interpreter. According to the Hearst, Connecticut media, "I didn't know." Mr. Chin actually came to Mr. Chin's manager, who is also Mr. Chin. That's why
Chin and Chin. Chin and Chin, Chin.
I was
Chin
so
and Chin,
confused.
Chin.
I was like, wait, what? Okay, so Mr. Chin's manager, who is also Mr. Chin, actually came to his employee's defense stating he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, but he has a sweet tooth and likes candy. He picked up a bag of candy at a local market. Okay. At a local market here, and I didn't know it had marijuana in it. This would have never happened a couple years ago, but now there's marijuana everywhere. Blame it on the marijuana being everywhere.
I mean, I kind of believe him. I feel sorry for him because, I mean, he had to say all that through an interpreter. So unless he had his interpreter there when he bought the gummies.
But he bought the THC gummies from a local market. Like, don't you gotta go to dispensaries and shit? Where they said this was in Connecticut? We don't have none of those down here, so I don't know.
I was thinking when you say local market, I was thinking like convenience store or, something like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't buy THC gummy stuff. So I don't, or anything THC.
Local
So I
market
don't know
to me
where.
seems like our Luckies. When I hear local
But it's
market,
Mr. Chin. Their local market is different from our local market. If they local market in their country, you can get a whole chicken flapping.
That's what I'm saying.
Feathers
So
and all.
so that's what I'm saying. It's like a grocery store. So what grocery store is selling THC gummies?
One of those marts. I think it's a gas station that's like a grocery store gas station. Like they make some fancy ones.
I would call that a market. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because some of them
Up
sell
north,
sandwiches.
Up north, I can't think of what they're called up north.
You
But
told me?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, where you can get sandwiches, a salad. They
Yeah,
got
we
a
call them
smooth
Mapcos here. No,
a smooth coffee bar.
a
Yeah,
slushy,
yeah,
some pizza,
correct. Yeah, Mapco does.
a
So
whole
that's
hot plate.
I would consider that a market. And then on the other aisle, there's some deodorant and pads and toilet paper. That toilet paper hurt. If you gotta buy, get it now. If you gotta buy toilet paper out your local market, that means that Walmart is not open. Because when I say I'm going to Walmart and getting some Charmin, there's no way.
I don't skimp on my toilet paper at all. It's some stuff you cut corners on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like local market makes me think, like just like the basic necessities that you need to grab really quickly because you're not trying to go into a bigger store. That place sold THC gummies. So I need to know the market. I need to know where in the hell he just thought he was buying some regular fruit chews.
I believe him.
No, I'm not saying
I know, but I
just don't understand.
He said they everywhere now, so
And again, this took place.
Maybe we just did an episode where somebody bought semen off Facebook, so we can't sit there and act like if you can get semen off Facebook, I'm pretty sure you can get gummies at the market,
at the local market.
At the local market.
Again, this is a state that we don't live in, so we don't know how they sit up there. So I mean, it could have been, and he consumed so many that it caused him to pass. Well,
at least he pulled over. Thank God he pulled over.
This is true.
Before he ain't try to push through it like, one more mile. I'm almost about to get him there. He pulled over.
This is true. And he didn't know. According to him, he just thought it was regular candy. So he really didn't know what he was consuming.
No, because he ate too many.
It could have been so much worse.
It could have.
Yeah. That's wild. Killing the THC gummies while you the public transportation guy with folks in the back.
And you don't even know it.
And you don't even know it. Yeah, that could have been tragic.
But after like 2 or 3, like I don't know how it feels, but after like 2 or 3, you shouldn't even been like, man, I need to check my sugar because
I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
I'm feeling way lightheaded. Like
I was thinking
but do they take a while to kick in and maybe he was popping them like,
I don't know, but I was also thinking kind of similar to what you were just saying. If he thought it was candy, like those gummy lifesavers, I love gummy lifesavers. I will eat 3-4 of them joints at the same time.
Oh, because you want to get a flavor combination?
Correct.
So you put a red one on top. I'll make a little sandwich. You do it like a red one, then a clear one, then a red one.
So what if he made a sandwich with his fruit chews? How we're sitting here saying we do it with lifesaver gummies.
Yeah.
What if he made a sandwich with his fruit chews? And so he didn't have time.
I like Starburst. So yeah.
He didn't have time.
No.
There was like not just eating one and then it maybe creeping up on him.
Right.
That shit probably
hit him all at once. Because how far was the route? Because he was taking him from a casino to somewhere. So in between the route, like he
I don't know. It really I went to the Juju to look it up because I needed more information. Because like you, how long was this route? How did they pull over? You know what I'm saying? Was he like, boom, I'm feeling lightheaded, so let me pull over to the side of the road? Did he start swerving? Like none of the articles that I read gave us any of that information, and I need all of it to paint the scene in my brain.
Well, he had to be taken to the hospital. That's one.
He did. So one of the best articles that I found reads like this. So a commercial bus driver has been charged with 38 counts of reckless endangerment after blacking out behind the steering wheel while snacking on gummies he says he didn't know were infused with THC. Mr. Chin appeared Tuesday in Bridgeport Superior Court after being arrested at his home in Boston. Chin was driving 38 passengers from the Mohegan Sun Casino on March 13th when he stopped the bus. Okay, so he stopped the bus.
Yeah.
All right. When he stopped the bus on the side of Interstate 95 in Stratford, police say they found Chin slumped unconscious in the driver's seat next to an open package of Smokies edibles, cannabis infused fruit chews.
I need to look them up, see what they look like.
Smokies edibles. I'm so glad you're looking them up. I didn't know they had names. The daggone fruit chews.
Smokies
like,
edibles. What?
Cannabis infused fruit chews. Oh, I'm so glad that you're looking it up because now I can see the package. Because what about this package did not tell him that these were not regular fruit chews? Okay, sir, if this is the package that we are seeing online, if this is how it was sold in the market, it definitely says cannabis infused, biggest day.
Right, but you got to remember, he had to have a whole interpreter in court.
Oh, that's right. So maybe he didn't read English. Is that how you say it? Read English?
Yes.
Okay. You usually say speak English. I didn't have to, I don't know how often I have to say read English.
And even if he could read English, I don't know if he knew what cannabis was, but I doubt it. If you got to have an interpreter to tell the judge you didn't know, I'm pretty sure he didn't know what
he was picking up.
Right.
I agree with you. Okay, so Mr. Chin appeared Tuesday in Bridgeport Superior Court after being arrested at his home in Boston. Mr. Chin was driving 38 passengers. Blah, 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 blah.
See?
Okay, for somebody who does read English, yeah, we wouldn't have missed that because that cannabis infused is big as day on the front of the package. But if he couldn't read it, then no, he's not going to know. I don't know why looking at the package, though, he thought it was candy. Nothing about the package. There's no outside candies on the package. The package is not see-through so that you see candies on the inside and think candy. Like, that's weird to me. Okay, so toxicology test, showed Mr. Chin had a high level of THC, the active ingredient in cannabis, in his bloodstream, prosecutors said. Chin told Judge Moses on Tuesday that he had no idea that he had been snacking on anything but regular candy. In quotes, it says, "I did not know it was marijuana." The judge ordered Mr. Chin held in lieu of a $25,000 bond and set his next court date for August 25th. He had to pay 25 G's. He is a bus driver.
Is it all at once or do they pay like a percentage?
I don't know.
You never had to bail nobody out? His bond was how much?
$25,000. So you have to pay
10% of that? That's about $250.
$2,500?
I mean $2,500. Forgive me. Have I been eating some edibles?
I was like, what's that math?
My bad, you're right.
Okay, so yeah, $2,500. That's very doable. And he has to go to court this fall, which is, again, wild.
Sorry, I was trying to.
Yeah, it's okay. Mr. Chin, it says, has been driving for the Boston-based company for 10 years and has an amazing record. Like, he only got nothing in his file.
He ain't even never
did anything. He's been a great
and you
employee.
Think if it was something he was used to been munching on, he would know his gummy limit before he put his job at risk.
Correct.
So that's why I feel like he didn't.
Yeah, he just honestly.
But it's just not. Ignorance is not a defense. unfortunately.
Not in the court system.
No.
Nah. Yeah, he's got some
They don't
explaining
care about
to
that.
do.
Yeah, they don't care about that. So even regardless of his intentional or not, the fact of the matter is, you still put 38 people lives at risk.
And I'm not saying again that this is the packaging, but this is all of the packaging that we have seen. And nothing about it indicates candy. I don't know why he picked it up.
To you, nothing indicates candy.
Okay.
To you. But we don't know what Mr. Chen interpret.
Okay. I mean, and I don't disagree with you, but you're looking at the bag, right? Does that bag say hard candies to you?
But I'm looking at the bag as if I couldn't read it, if like the words meant nothing to me, and there's pictures of peaches on it.
So boom, peach candy.
Yeah, it's peach, it's fruit, it's food. This is me going before, if I can't read none of the words, just going on a page. It's like a kid. So imagine you have candy in your house, and it's a 5-year-old who can't read. And you say, go in the room and get you some candy off my dresser. And you got that on your dresser and real candy. You couldn't then, if you forgot they were up there, look at the 5-year-old and be mad and be like, what about this package didn't make you think that this was? They're going to be like, you said it was on your dresser. You said it was candy. And
there's
to me,
peaches. There's peaches all on it.
Yeah. So you have to look at it
free.
Right. You have to look at it as if he can't read. And a child would make that same mistake. They eat Tide Pod. There ain't nothing about a Tide Pod that says it's candy.
No, but it looks delicious.
But they tell you on the pack, it do.
Yeah,
especially that green one with the blue one mixed together like the side.
What's wrong with us? But I'm not even trying to keep mine covered. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't. I mean,
there's some poisonous stuff that look like it would taste good to eat.
I don't like it, but I do understand.
Exactly. So you understand.
Okay.
So that's what I take it as. So that's why I'm like, okay, I can believe that. But I wonder how the passengers, like when the bus started pulling over to the side.
And what if the only English words that he knows is fruit chews? Because it does. I'm saying.
Right.
Because he eats a lot of candy.
Exactly.
What if he likes the gummy candy? Fruit chews is a words that you know if you're not able to speak the language, but you enjoy the candy.
Right. And then he says he has a knack for candy.
Right. He don't drink. He don't smoke. He has a sweet tooth though. Yeah. And it say fruit chews on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with Mr. Chen, but I need them to be lenient because it might be a little misleading, especially if he can't read English. The first line, the cannabis infused, means absolutely nothing to him.
I know he can't read. If you can't speak it, is it true? Can people read a language they can't speak? That makes no sense. Sure. I don't think that's possible. I know you could speak a language before you can read it.
Right. Because
kids can talk before they can. Look at me, my brain. I might not could have done the math. Y'all don't judge me because I'm not editing it out, okay? So don't come for your girl in the comments, okay? I hate to have to do you like Whitney. You better lay low. No, I'm just playing. But that's what it is. You can speak it and not read it because children talk before they read. He can't even talk it, which leads me to believe he couldn't have possibly been able to read it.
Right. Which is a very good defense because now he got to go to court.
But I'm saying of them 38 people on the bus, nobody was like, hey, Chen,
what you eating?
What you eating? And just be like, hey,
he was
dog.
Smacking on him?
Right. Yeah. You want anybody?
Yeah, he didn't offer anybody any. Somebody on the bus, nobody on the bus asked for any. He had a good little crowd on the bus.
Right. He probably like, I'm not sharing my candy.
Right. Clearly there were no little kids.
Thank God it wasn't no little kids on there. Mr. Chen, especially if they, he been driving for 10 years. Mr. Chen, I want to chew. Thank God it was no kids on the bus.
I want to choose.
Well, they was coming from the casino, so I was at the casino.
Oh my God. Nobody asked for any candy. Nobody saw his packaging. They didn't see his packaging until it was too late. They said when he pulled over and the police arrived, they saw him slumped over, and next to him was a half-eaten bag.
He was unconscious. This dude was asleep.
Yo, how many THC gummies do you have to eat to end up unconscious?
On a bus, on the interstate, with 38 people behind you. How you sleep that good?
Right. Sir, you are the responsible party right now.
And you're like, I don't want to do the accent because I don't want to offend people, but you like, just give me 5 minutes. Look, because he took her from the casino. Like, look at this beautiful interstate.
Right.
Y'all look out there, take pictures. We'll be moving in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I need to sleep it off. Yo,
Bruh.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
He probably eats candy when he drives long distances to help keep him awake. The moving of his mouth, the sugar. So everything seemed to fit. That's his normal. He was doing his normal routine in the local market.
I bet you we need to try that new candy. Like, dang it.
Trip that ass up. What if it was one of those times?
Shouldn't he have known? Because don't they cost different? Like, didn't he think, dang, this little bag of candy is high?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because how much did they cost? Let me see how much they cost. See if it say on this pic. Because
why he ain't get carded? Don't you get carded? No, okay. The look that you're giving me says no.
I don't buy gummies.
But I'm just.
Is there an age limit? Like, I didn't even know there was. So you have to. It's a certain age you have to be to buy them.
I was thinking you had to be 21, like at least maybe.
So you don't think this dude looked 21?
But that's not the point. Even if he did look 21, you're still supposed to ask for ID.
Come on.
You know that.
Ezra. Now look, I ain't been saying all my life, but let me tell you something right here. Being underage never stopped me from getting anything I ever wanted.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
He probably went up there with so much confidence. The person's like, I ain't gonna card him. He know what he doing.
In his damn bus driver uniform.
Well, we don't know if he was in his uniform. He
had to be. If you are a city transportation person, you have a uniform.
But he could have bought him the night before. But he's like, I know I got to work tomorrow. Oh, it's been a weekend. It's Monday. I need my being prepared.
Damn it. Prepared. See, in my mind, he had on his dadgum bus driver uniform about to go pick the people up from the casino.
No.
Let me get a bag for the road.
No, I mean, he could have, but I painted
what you see.
No, I painted a different picture.
What did you paint?
That he went in there. It was a Sunday. He got to go to work Monday. Let me stop in here. Get me some snacks for tomorrow, so I'll be straight. We don't even know if it was a Monday. What date was it? Didn't it say June the 5th? Now, what date was it on there? It should be on well, we don't know. Anyway.
Either way it goes, you think he was just preparing for work.
Right.
Like the day before.
Right. Now, I was wondering how much they would cost, because I'm thinking, wouldn't the cost have alerted him to maybe...
Yeah, that it wasn't like a regular bag of candy.
Right.
No, I get that.
But it doesn't tell me the price.
So it was on March 13th. So I gotta find out.
March 13th?
March 13th.
And I got my calendar up, right? Yeah. March 13th. Well, that's a Sunday.
So he was going to pick them up on a Sunday. March 13th was an actual Sunday. Is that what you're saying?
That's what the date says. Yeah. So he worked on the weekends?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
And this is what now leads me to believe that, that baby was in his uniform.
He might not have been. Because he still could have bought it the night before his shift. Like, even if he was.
He better not have been in his uniform and they sold it to him. Sir.
That ain't their job.
Very true.
A cop could come
Give
in.
him a warning.
A police could come in uniform and buy a 12-pack of beer. You don't tell the cop, look, you're in uniform, I'm not selling you this beer. He could be off duty.
Okay, and I'm thinking maybe it's because we live in the South and you know how people be friendly when they should be, even when they shouldn't be. Like, you know, no, hey, make sure you take it easy.
You right there. You
like,
look, if you ain't never been to the South,
you didn't have these before,
right? You can come to the South. You might, the person in front of you at the convenience store may talk 15 minutes to the cashier, like they know each other,
and talk to you. Like, you know what? I tried them. I had went to my girl's house and her mom had some of them. Like, they give you the whole story. So in my mind, like, damn, didn't nobody, nothing, there was no little Blues Clues about these THC gummies that this man consumed.
And even if they did, he had to have an interpreter in court. So they could have said something. They could have been like, dude, you know these.
You're right.
THC gummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have just said, he just gonna nod and say, okay.
You're right. Why do I keep forgetting that? Yeah. So again, now that you have reminded me once again that it sounds like that his English did not exist.
He could have asked for, man, what's your ID, huh? Like, he probably was like, man, forget it. $15.
Then they shouldn't have arrested him. If he had to have an interpreter, then yes, he did not have a clue. Based off of that alone.
But that don't mean they believe he had to have an interpreter. You remember on Rush Hour? You know, you speak English this whole time? I never said I couldn't. You assume I couldn't.
Why you keep throwing these little loopholes at me? I'm trying to take
because this is the way my mind works.
I'm trying to take up for him.
So his friend like, hey, Chin, you know what I'm saying? You know, best thing we can do is at least try to go in here and say like, hey, I ain't know, you know, who gonna say he can't speak English? If he has an interpreter, so the court might look at it like, well, we don't, you know.
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait until like August 25th.
But I get what you said. I always try to be like, you know, devil's advocate, but I feel like he didn't know. So
yeah.
But unfortunately, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Is what a police officer told me one time.
What did he say?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. I got pulled over for doing an illegal traffic. Well, it was a traffic violation. What I done was illegal.
Would you do a U-turn or something?
I don't even remember at this point.
Okay.
But when I told the officer, he was like, did you know you did such back there? I was like, yeah, I know I did it. And he was like, well, you know, that's an illegal turn or illegal whatever. It's a traffic violation. I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I honestly didn't know that I couldn't do that. And he said, well, I'm going to write you a ticket anyway because ignorance of the law is no excuse. Now, I don't know. He could have just had a bad day. I don't know.
I'm gonna write you a ticket anyway. That's how I feel about Mr. Chin being arrested.
You know, I mean, maybe if I was.
That's how I feel about Mr. Chin being arrested. Because it's like, okay, if the man doesn't speak English and he doesn't read English, how the hell was he supposed to know that these were cannabis infused gummies? If you didn't know that you weren't allowed to make a turn there or whatever it is that you did, he could have let you go with the warning.
They could have.
They could have just took Mr. Chin to the hospital and got his ass some help because clearly he's not well. He then had to pull over on the side of I-95. So he needs something. So they could have just got him some help and let that been that. But now this man has gotten arrested.
It's a mark on his record.
And he was in jail.
He probably gonna lose his job, lose his benefits.
And he's been working for that company for 10 years. I hope that company, did we read that they fired him? Damn, I can't remember.
I don't know.
I don't think they fired him. And I hope that they don't. Like, I hope that they don't use some corporate BS. Like, oh, it's a big story. Everybody knows about it. So we have to fire you. Like, that would be horrible.
Yeah, but you didn't have the same compassion on the man at the gas station.
I don't want to talk anymore.
I get it. Oh man, Mr. Chin. Dang, I feel sorry for him.
It's a crazy situation in my opinion.
It is. Dang. So now he's facing possibly losing his job. It's 38 counts. Like, I need to know what is the punishment for one count.
For reckless endangerment?
Yes. Like, what's the max sentence? Because it all depends. The judge could go and be soft and be lenient. I don't think this
and understand this man's situation.
Yeah. He may get off with like probation, maybe some community service.
I hope so.
Something like that. I definitely don't want him to get like
jail time.
Because thank God nobody was hurt.
Right. Nobody died.
Right.
He pulled over, which is super smart.
Right.
So if it's a reckless endangerment class A, then it's a misdemeanor. Sorry about that. Misdemeanor, which may result up to 1 year in jail.
Is that general or is that for Connecticut? Do each state differ?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, because
I didn't even think about that. And I don't know if each state differs.
Well, each state has their own laws.
Right.
So that's
okay,
why.
So in
up
Connecticut,
to 6 months in jail.
This crime requires a reckless action which creates any risk of injury to someone. This crime is a Class B misdemeanor in Connecticut and is punishable up to 6 months in jail and a fine up to $1,000. So if he gets fined $1,000 for all 38 people,
that's $38,000.
Correct.
Oh, my math was right on that one. Damn. Come on, Southern education.
Or if he gets 6 months. What if he gets 6 months per? I hope he doesn't get any. That's crazy.
38 counts times 6 months would be 228 months. So
a little less than a year. Just a little.
Well, it averages out to, yeah. Because 38 counts in 6 months for each one, bruh.
Oh, wait.
That's 228 months. It's like.
Correct. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's 12 months in a year, right?
Correct.
Bruh, divide that by 12. I don't even, what is that?
I don't know. I don't think that's how that goes. What's your alpha calculator giving us? I mean,
it's a long time.
Either way,
he's gonna need some commissary.
6 months. Yes, for each person.
He's gonna need some underwear. He gonna need socks, shoes. He gonna need it all.
For 20 people, that's 10 years in jail.
So that 19 is 19 years.
It's 19 years in
jail.
See,
I didn't want to say it because I didn't want. It sounded too much.
It did.
20 years in prison.
20 years in prison.
Well, jail. I don't know, but
I mean, damn, is there really a difference?
It really ain't.
Correct.
All I hear is
bars
locked up.
Yeah, that's it. Telling me when I can go to the bathroom, when I got to get up, when I can go outside. That's what I hear. So whether it's jail or prison, he's possibly looking at 19 fucking years. Well, all because he could not read English. There's no way. In 10 years, this man had
an exemplary
work record.
Yeah, exemplary. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant. There have been, God bless you.
Thank you.
He hadn't had any issues.
No.
He's been a model employee. So clearly it was an accident. You think he just woke up and was like, I'm going to eat some gummies on the job today? Like, absolutely not.
No.
This is why I said, come August 25th, I'm going to have to double back and find this story and do
an update,
do a Oprah's "Where Are They Now" type joint, because I need to know what happens with him. Because please don't do that to that man.
No, not to Mr. Chin.
Correct. I really do think that it was an accident. I think it's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. Show him some grace.
Girl, we're gonna pray for Mr. Chin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we need some grace. You know.
I feel like it was a complete accident.
And accidents happen.
They do.
We're human.
And this is a country with so many different cultures and nationalities and people from other countries.
We're the melting pot.
We are the melting pot. I was saying people from other countries. Hell, all of us is from other countries. So yeah, it could have happened. Hell, it did happen as far as I'm concerned. In my mind, Mr. Chin is telling the truth.
I believe him. I believe him.
We're rooting for you, Mr. Chin.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, man. They need to do better about labeling then. We can't assume that everybody knows or can read English.
Correct. And again, the baby said it was in his local market.
Right.
Where you buy jams and shit. Like, what? The packaging, maybe where it was located in the store. Like, I feel like there are so many different things that played a factor. And now Mr. Chin is in this freaking predicament.
Yeah, his whole livelihood. And he was arrested, which probably freaked him out.
Of course. We live here. We from here. And if I get arrested...
Bruh. I'm like, take every credit card in my wallet. I don't care. Like, look, you come bail me out. Come get me. Because I don't have to go full Klaus on them.
I'm not staying here. I can't stay the night. None of that shit. Come get me. I'm telling you, absolutely not. Not even in some, oh, we gonna have you over here by yourself. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
For one, I'm just, I got some weird clivities we just not even gonna get into, but it's just, yeah, for my mental health.
For one, unfortunately, I've experienced it before. And so, yeah, do you see me shaking my head? They can't see me shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. Absolutely not. Not even for a minute. I'm telling you. I wasn't in there like no long periodical amount of time. I just had to wait for my boo's mom to come and get me because I couldn't call my mama.
You couldn't call Miss Mother Azra.
No,
Mommy Azra.
Absolutely not. So no. So yeah, I was only in there for maybe some hours, but even in some hours, it's cold.
And then think about it.
I want to go home.
Ew, yeah, it's cold. And I be hearing it, like,
it's cold and everything in that motherfucker hard. Y'all don't know what pillows, cushion, like they don't want you to be comfortable. It's jail. We want you to be uncomfortable. Well, good job, because I am. Between just being in jail and the shit that's in here, go to IKEA. They buy all their stuff from some steel manufacturing plant. Like, there ain't no IKEA furniture. There ain't nothing soft. There ain't nothing. It's just cold and hard.
Ooh, and you know I'll be cold all the time.
Yes, you do.
But I'll freeze to death up in there. I'm like, bruh, I need some blankets. Like, bruh, like I'm cold all the time.
Blankets is not like a hotel.
They're gonna be like, something wrong with her. Why she sleeping? They're gonna be like, girl, it is not that cold. But that's the way I would feel for that. You know me.
You in there shivering.
Look, y'all, I wear long sleeves and I stay in the South and I wear long sleeves in the summer.
Yeah, y'all has to be cold all the time. It would be, you would make it, but you would be upset.
No, I probably have hypothermia. I probably have to be in the infirmary.
Yeah, you would be upset because it's cold as hell in there. No, thank you. And yeah, Mr. Chin had to experience that all because,
and he couldn't speak English, so they come and arrest him. Like, he probably didn't know what was going on. I just feel for him. Bless his heart.
Yeah, because remember, he was passed out. So when he came to,
he's in the hospital, right?
Or when he came to, he was in the hospital, not knowing what happened.
They sent him home because they said they arrested him from his house. So I'm assuming after he got discharged.
Correct.
They
came back then and arrested
him. Now let me ask you something.
That makes me feel better to know that he didn't wake up handcuffed to a side of a hospital bed like how you see on TV shows and in movies. Yeah. To me, that'd be so jacked up. Like, you just coming out of being knocked out to your hand being handcuffed to a hospital.
Bruh, I'd be like, what kind of movie I'm in? You know, I watch them in movie. I'm like, oh, snaps.
Correct. I'm arrested and clearly something happened to me because I'm in the hospital.
I'm like, I gotta figure out how to take
it. That's a double bad situation. So yes, you're right. They came and arrested him from his home. So they just helped him and sent him home.
Now let me ask you something.
Nope.
If you was
Nope.
No, I'm serious. Like,
okay, I'm sorry.
You
yes,
giving me this, like, I don't want to hear. Like, why should we treat me like that, y'all?
I'm just messing
like,
with
I
you.
know I'm okay.
Go ahead. What is
If
it?
you were one of the 38 people that was on the bus, would you or would you not support Mr. Chin?
I would be
Like, I
supporting
think
Mr. Chin.
if some of the people on the bus came forward and was like, like, that would go a long way.
If they were rational people, like how I feel like you and I are, who are talking about this, and like how you pointed out to me, if he had to have an interpreter, 9 times out of 10, he cannot read English. In knowing that, how the hell am I gonna be mad at him? He had no idea what he was doing. We said it. Maybe he only recognized the 2 words on the packaging, which is fruit chews.
Yeah. Yeah. And at least he pulled over.
Correct.
Like, he knew something wasn't right. Like, correct. I don't feel. So I think he did the responsible thing after he realized, hey, something is not right. And he probably, I don't know if he did or not, but he might not was able to communicate with the people on the bus to even articulate
that something was wrong.
So
I'm gonna still just go ahead and pull over.
Right. And that was probably like, hey, what's going on? And if he probably like just slumped over,
they probably called 911.
Yeah.
And then they did a toxology report when they got him toxicology. Sorry. Testing on
toxology. I like it though.
Yeah. It wasn't right.
Right. It don't matter. It's our show.
This is our show.
Right.
They tested him for some drugs. That better?
Yeah. Elementary, my dear Watson. Yeah. Elementary,
And he had drugs in the system. And there it is. Just that simple. Simple but complicated at the same daggum time.
Yeah.
Because again, hopefully somebody out of the 38 passengers had compassion and realized that righteously it really could be an honest mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna just send good vibes to Mr. Chin.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm more considerate and more forgiving because it was a bus.
Right.
But I don't need my pilot confusing gummies with
because ain't nowhere to pull over. We are 30,000 feet in the air. Pull over where?
But don't they have at least 2 pilots in there?
They do have at least 2 pilots in the cockpit, and you can put it on autopilot. So thank goodness for that.
Yeah, but autopilot ain't gonna land it. But if you look over to your other pilot, he be like, "Hey, I'm about to pull over these clouds." Cause your girl is weak.
Go ahead and take your hands off. Go ahead and let go. I'll take over from here. Yo, I'm gonna pull over in these clouds. Like it's a damn hoverboard.
Right. So like, dude, we're in a plane. We ain't in no helicopter.
Yo, that's so that's
because
bad.
I'm not gonna be sitting up and act like I ain't never been high before.
Well,
because I have, so I could just imagine being in the pilot cockpit, high the kite.
I mean, but
and be like, yeah, I don't know what all these buttons do. That's true.
It's so bright in here.
Now look, you know how sometimes now this was back in the day. I don't do it now, but you remember sometimes you can get so high that for a split second when you drive your car, you forget like where you are in the city. Like
you don't do that regular.
Wait, no. I would literally freak out. It'd be like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh my God, where am I? Like, it looked like somebody literally dropped me
30
off.
30 seconds. Oh my God, am I driving?
So I'd have been lost in my own city. So I can imagine being in a plane.
Thank God that Mr. Chin was just driving a bus.
Praise him. See, that's what. See, if you find stuff to be thankful for,
right?
So and it wasn't a plane.
Yeah, we're gonna be thankful that he was in a bus and that he had the wherewithal
to pull over.
And we're gonna hope that again, somebody out of the 38.
Well, you know what? At least in the cockpit, somebody be like, "Hey, man, what you doing, bro? You can't bring them in here." He ain't have nobody beside him to tell him that.
No, he didn't.
So,
again, all he had was maybe the fact that it said fruit chews.
Yeah. Do they have a different smell? He wouldn't know. It wouldn't matter because he wouldn't know. He ain't never ate them before. He wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So it don't even matter.
Because remember you were saying earlier about the pricing.
Yeah.
Like, didn't they cost more than maybe what regular candy is? But hell, how would he know? He just thought they was candy.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a different brand. Clearly he had never bought that brand before, or else he would have had that experience before. So
Yeah.
he just, all in all, it's ignorance. Ignorance in a good way. He just did not know.
Right.
And that's not, despite what that cop said to you, not knowing is an excuse.
And who knows? I mean, look here. You know, I'm a big conspiracy theory. Could have been somebody getting on a bus, and he was like, "Well, no, he can't talk. Never mind. Well, he could talk, but he can't.
Speak
articulate English.
Okay.
Somebody could have threw him a chew. He'd be like, "Oh, just one," and didn't know. This dude ate enough to pass out.
They said that there was a half-eaten bag next to him. He was enjoying that candy.
Now I want to know.
Uh-oh.
What happened to the other half of the bag?
You think they confiscated it?
It's evidence. It's evidence now. It's probably.
But that's a good thing though, because I need them to see the packaging. I need it to be evidence.
Yeah,
because I need his lawyer to show the packaging. Because again,
it's evidence now.
Without him being able to read English, he would not have
18,
known.
29, 45. He wouldn't have.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope they do have it somewhere in evidence.
And we gotta be reminded to stay on top of this because I'm invested in Mr. Chin now.
I am too. August 25th. Yeah. That's Leo season, I do believe.
I don't know what season it is. I know it's school season. Gotta get these back to school shoes and clothes. August, that's what I hear.
Don't they have what's that? No tax? Something no taxes?
Yeah, they just jack up all the prices, so it don't even matter.
Oh, I ain't had to do back to school shopping.
I don't do it anyway.
In a minute.
Yeah, I don't. Not when it comes to supplies.
Okay, well, we'll just write it down. Either way it goes, we're gonna remember to check in and see what happens.
We root for you, Mr. Chin.
Yeah, we are sending good vibes your way because it sounds like it was an honest
mistake.
An honest mistake.
Yeah.
Possibly could happen to anybody.
I know one thing. Y'all need to check out our other None Your Business. When we done the show on old dude that had all them kids. What he get for fathering 94 kids? Nothing. A $500 fine?
Oh yeah, that's it. The Our Father episode.
Yeah, Our Father.
What did we name that episode? I can't even think right now.
I think we named it Our Father.
Did we?
Yeah. Anyway, he had a $500 fine and no jail time for using his own sperm to impregnate, to have up to 94 kids.
We didn't name it Who's Your Daddy?
Yeah. Who knows? It's on there. You can find it. But the point is, he ain't getting no time.
He didn't.
And so I need Mr. Chin.
Correct. Mr. Chin is his fine is $1,000.
I know.
Right.
And that's one count.
He got one count. Yeah. And this guy only got $500 for impregnating all of these women with his sperm and not telling them.
And he had hereditary disorders.
Oh God.
See, our justice, I'm not gonna complain about it because it is supposed to be. But some ain't right about that.
And you could. You could and you should.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
This is not the episode for it?
No, this ain't the episode for it.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy to me.
How about we just end this episode, because we've pretty much ended on talking about the justice system. We just end this episode and say this is why it's important to vote, because there's no way that Mr. Chin should do any type of jail time. But it depends on the laws in your state, like how you had me look up reckless endangerment for Connecticut, because I didn't think to specify it to one state. So yeah, if you live in Connecticut and you listen to our podcast, first of all, see about Mr. Chin. That's first and foremost.
I'm hoping since he has a good record and all of those things
that his character speaks for him. I hope so
speak
too.
For itself.
But sometimes they don't give a shit about that, and that's what, again, vote. Have people in office who actually care about what the heck it is you're saying about your city, your town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll end on
Dang, it
that
got
note.
sad for
I
a minute.
know.
I'm worried about Mr. Chin.
I
Damn
am
it.
too.
That
Dang.
happened. We were all happy and lively, and then we just started thinking like,
Because the totality of what he faced or facing.
that's true. That's
it's,
right.
You know, it's 38
We did
counts.
the numbers.
Yeah, we did the
19
numbers.
years.
It changes it when you can see the numbers in front of you.
19 years and possibly $38,000. All because he couldn't read the damn label. Again, not fair. I hope this turns out to be just lesson learned.
Yeah.
Come on, lesson learned.
Lesson learned. Maybe like saying probation, suspension of license. You know, I don't know. Now,
please don't suspend his license. If you're listening, he's the bus driver. He needs to provide for his family. They can't suspend his license. I'm telling you, they should just be like, damn, our bad. Let him say our bad and everybody walk away.
You really think they're gonna let him drive again?
No, wait. Drive again? Yes, they should.
The bus?
They should just do a damn drug test. It's that simple. Like, come on now.
True.
They could do a random drug test on him at any time.
I thought
he knows now. I bet you he'll get somebody to buy his candy for him from here on out. He won't just walk into a store and pick up a bag of candy. This is, I'm sure, been a huge lesson for him.
It has. It
has to be
a terrifying lesson, but nonetheless,
very much so a terrifying lesson. Damn it. This is supposed to be an upbeat episode.
It is upbeat. We were laughing and giggling. You know, it's okay.
I'm sad now because I don't want Mr. Chin to go to jail. You know I'm sensitive. Don't look at me like that.
I know I don't want him to go to jail either. You know I'm sensitive too. Sensitive Annie over here. I be telling y'all to keep y'all heart in your chest and not on your sleeve.
My heart is on my sleeve right now. It is not in my chest because I am feeling for Mr. Chin.
Yeah.
I'm not going by our motto today.
Yeah. It's going to be on my sleeve today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're rooting for you, Mr. Chins. Hey, you know what? Look, who knows? It could come back. We'll follow up with it. Yeah. We'll see.
What is it? I'm going to have hope and faith, and I'm going to think positive, and I'm going to send positive thoughts to his situation because, you know,
yeah,
I just can't believe that it was on purpose and he was just trying to get high, not having 10 years of perfect service. Right. And then all of a sudden, out the blue, taking some people home from the dadgum casino? Absolutely not. And if it was like now we don't know, it could have been a personal, you know, where they rent the bus to go and get the people. It could have been a bus from a hotel. In my mind, though, he's a city bus. And don't they get like pension or something like that when you work for the city or work for the state or something like that? In my mind, he's not trying to mess that up. I could be reaching. It could be just a regular schmegular personal bus service. Either way it goes, I don't see him messing it up for some damn THC fruit chews.
No. We shall see. We're going to, with time will tell. Like I said, positive vibes, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm coming back for you, Mr. Chin.
Yeah.
You close us out. I'm sad.
All right. Well, we'll close.
It's like church. We're going to have a benediction. Everybody stand up. Lift your hands. I'm ready to go.
Well, listen here. Remember to subscribe, rate, review. And remember, you can always catch us every Tuesday for our None Your Business podcast. Or you can catch us on Fridays as we're reviewing the originals. However you want to do it.
I love you, Elijah.
I love you, Klaus. We here. And share. Tell somebody.
Yeah, let us know what you think about.
Email us at atfriendshipdiaries@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you guys.
We appreciate you for tuning in. I'm going to be a little bit more upbeat next time. I'm not going to be sad.
No. I don't know, y'all. She be picking some sad topics. Like, she be coming with
we supposed to be
I know, but I had
to. Yeah, we're supposed to be.
She be talking about I don't want to be sad, but every topic it's either sad,
or
dark,
or morbid.
Yeah,
I'm at the. I don't know, but again, they be giving us the topics to talk about. It's not like I'm out there creating the topics for us to talk about. That morbid shit be just happening on its own.
It do.
And then all of a sudden it's on my timeline, and then now I want to tell you about it so we can talk to them about it. That's not my fault,
man.
Just like it wasn't Mr. Chin's fault that he bought them damn infused gummies.
No, it's the world we live in.
You better blame it on the world.
I'm blaming it on the world. And they'll be like James Brown, I'm blaming it on men. This is a man's world.
Clearly, and they need to let Mr. Chin free.
Free Mr. Carter. Free Mr. Chin. Free Mr. Chin.
If you're in Connecticut, I need you doing that. I need you to have that same energy for Mr. Chin that they have for Mr. Clark. You know what? Just end the podcast. Good night, y'all.
Code Red. Get those chains off them doors.
See, this is why I said in the podcast, because I knew we was about to get stupid. You are so funny. Come back.
Peace.
What's up, y'all? This is Azra, and you are listening to A&T Friendship Diaries. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Thank you as always for listening in.